Hajj is undeniably the greatest journey a Muslim will take in his lifetime. It's a journey of self-discovery, sacrifice, and above all, obedience and servitude to God Almighty.
But Dad, how did Hajj begin?
It all began in the time of Prophet Ibrahim عليه السلام. In his older years, Ibrahim was commanded by Allah to take his wife Hajar and his newborn son Ismail to live in the barren desert plains of Mecca, only to leave them with nothing more than dates and water. As Ibrahim began to leave, his wife Hajar emotionally cries out, "To where are you going? To whom will you leave us?" She frantically repeats this again and again until she asks, "Allahu amaraka bihadha?" Has Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commanded you to do this? To which Ibrahim alayhi salam replies, "Yes." And being a noble woman of God, she replies, "If that is the case, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not let us down." So with her complete and utter reliance on God, Hajar began to search for a means of sustenance. She traversed back and forth between the mountains of Safa and Marwa 7 times, until one narration states that Angel Jibreel descended and with the tip of his wing hit the ground and out sprouted the well of Zamzam. This miraculous event is encapsulated in the Sa'i, or the running between Safa and Marwa that Muslims perform in the days of Hajj. A few years later, Ibrahim returned to reunite with his beloved wife and son Ismail. Shortly after his arrival, Ibrahim witnessed a dream whereby God revealed to him that he was to sacrifice his son. Of course, this is an extreme test and a trying one, yet both Ibrahim and his son Ismail comply willingly. Ibrahim takes his son up to a mountain and places him face down on a rock. Yet, just as Ibrahim was about to make the sacrifice, God commands the knife not to cut and explains to Ibrahim that he has passed the test. A sheep is brought in exchange for the sacrifice, and this would then go on to form the basis of the sacrificial animal slaughter Muslims perform at the end of Hajj. A few years pass, and once Ismail reaches his youth, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commands Ibrahim alongside his son to build the Kaaba, the house of God on earth. Upon the completion of this monumental task, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commands Ibrahim to call the people to perform the pilgrimage of Hajj. Bear in mind that this is still in the middle of the desert and the city of Mecca is still extremely small. Yet once again, in sheer obedience of God, Ibrahim fulfills and calls the people. Today, the very call has been answered. Every year, millions upon millions of people travel from all corners of the world to visit the house of God, to walk in the footsteps of Ibrahim. Yet the story doesn't end here, for it is while Ibrahim is on his own pilgrimage that he is approached by Shaitan, and Shaitan tries to corrupt his pilgrimage. However, in defiance of Shaitan, Ibrahim pelts him with stones and overcomes him. And this event has been embodied in the Rami, whereby Muslims symbolically cast away Satan by pelting these same areas with stones. These important key events in the life of Ibrahim went on to become the manasik or rituals of Hajj. In one way or another, we can see that Hajj is in fact a celebration of the life of Ibrahim and an embodiment of his path. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commands the believers in the Quran to follow the path of Ibrahim, فَاتَّبِعُوا مِلَّةَ Ibrahim. And just like that, come every year for Hajj, Muslims walk in the footsteps of one of the greatest men to ever live, Ibrahim. May the peace and blessings of Allah be upon Ibrahim, his family, and the noble messenger Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.